Welcome to the edition of Kicking It with the Brothers, the Champions League edition. Finally, we're here. We are at good football Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. No doubt about it. I can say that. No Thursday football for your squad. Actually, no Thursday football for your squad. Help propel y'all to go handle the league before Mother's Day. But as your boy said today, Chabi said, our goal is to get to the round of 16. You can't get to the round of 16 unless you're in the dance. So here we are, Champions League. Charles, it's good to see you, brother. Welcome. How we doing?
Yeah, man. The big show starts tomorrow. I feel like the real season starts just because now we're getting, 4 or 5 days of games, which I'd be active as hell in the group chat once we get to rolling. So as the one person that just has a lot of free time and I'm home all day since I work remote. So I'm here watching
You
soccer
want it?
games all day. So y'all know how I am. So I'm ready to be locked in from sun up to sundown all week. So I'm good to go now. So yeah, man, let's get it going.
Yes, sir. All right. Folks, just a reminder, there are 32 teams in the Champions League. They will get down to 16, 2 teams from each group after a round robin of games where there will be match day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And at the end of that, the top 2 teams from each group will advance to the round of 16, and where there will be a draw then for who the first place teams would then be matched up against a second place team, etc. From said group to when then we get to a quarterfinal, then semifinals, and then the final will be in Wembley the second Saturday in June. So, without further ado, Group A: Bayern Munich, Manchester United, FC Copenhagen, Danish squad for folks who don't know, and Galatasaray from Turkey. Charles, you gonna do it? Who is advancing out of Group A?
Bayern, obviously.
So excited.
I feel like United's whole season could be over in like the next month. Like on a lot of fronts, I feel like if they don't get their shit together as a whole, on and off the field, I feel like their season can be over in the next 6 weeks. 8 weeks because there's an international break in there somewhere. Um,
One more. That's right. One more in October.
uh, yeah, I'll do it just to piss off B Reed and the boys. So yeah, Galatasaray is coming out of the group. I feel like I really have like the fact that they're starting with Bayern on Wednesday. They're already going to be with no points after the first game. I got to double check and see when they have to go to Turkey because I don't think they're going to win. Like Galatasaray is like now that they got Ziyech, like they got a squad. Their like home advantage is nuts. Like they got one of the best stadiums in Europe. They're going to be setting off flares. It's going to be crazy. I'm not sure in the current form that United has, they're going to be able to win that game. So, um, hell, and they're also capable of losing to Copenhagen. Like, let's be real. Like, they're
Oh yeah.
like anything's possible with those boys. So, I I don't think they can right the ship in time. So I'm going to say Galatasaray. Yeah. So Bayern and the Turkish Giants.
Let me give you their quick things. Real quick, United. So they're at Bayern. That's a oof. Yeah,
Hell,
ain't
we
winning it.
go. Harry
Then
Kane hat trick.
Burnley on Saturday. So they're the Wednesday, Saturday slot. But then they have Crystal Palace twice in a row. The first one being the Carabao Cup, and then the next one being the league match. And then so United has Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, 2 Crystal Palaces in a row, and then that last Tuesday, which would be the third, they have Galatasaray at Old Trafford, and that in fact they have four matches in a row at home, and then they have Brentford on the Saturday after that. So they go Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. So I mean, at
If they
least
drop points in that Galatasaray match, it's over.
yeah, it is over at that point because they're gonna handle their business at the crib. Galatasaray.
Yeah.
Imagine if they get a result against Bayern at any of those.
Yeah.
United will be in trouble because we just know their form away from home is subpar. I think because of the run of matches they have a really good chance there. And then they have Copenhagen after the international break, and before that, Sheffield United. So they actually will be able to rest some certain folks. So I think they may be all right. I'm gonna say Bayern and United get out of the group. I don't feel good about it though. I don't feel good
If
about it.
if United gets out of the group, it's going to come down to the last day.
And let me just double check that. So December,
Who's their last match?
Munich, right? Bayern, meaning that Bayern maybe already had won the group, so they should be okay, right? You're saying
Their last group game is against Bayern.
yes, first and sixth, match day
dude,
1, match day 6.
Okay, you've seen Matthias Tell play. Do
Yeah.
you think they can stop him from scoring?
No.
Do you think Harry Kane coming back home is not? You don't think Harry Kane's going to play in England? I don't give a fuck how that group goes. Harry Kane's going to play in England.
You think that's the
I
problem?
guarantee you, Harry Kane's going to play in England. And then what are they going to do? They're going to bring Mueller, who's going to start that game instead.
Oh, this may
Bro,
not be good. This may not.
come on now.
This may not.
If they need point, yeah. I mean, like I said, they're in a dog fight. Like they got those. They're like they've kind of gotten like the Barcelona part of it. Like now they know how we feel being in the group with Bayern. The timing of those games is key as hell, and that means absolutely have to win every single one of the games against the other two teams.
Back to Europa for United.
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh man, yikes! Oh man, 3 best players in this group. I'll go first. Harold, Jamal, not if it was not in form, I would say Cass, but still want to lean that way. Is Davies better than Cass now?
I I don't I'm not like as high on Alfonso Davies as some people. Um,
Future starting left back for Real, by the way.
I appreciate him I appreciate him when he's on Canada. He's playing like more of a forward position, but as a left back, like seeing as I see like Balde now, not to say like he's not nearly as good. I mean, Balde's not as good as him. I'll admit that, but like it's not really like I don't know. I just don't feel like he's asked to do a lot, but he's decent. Like I said, I like him more when he's on Canada and he's playing like in a more attacking role.
I don't love you and I talked about this. I don't love Leroy Sané, but I actually think he would be the best attacker on United.
They have a bunch. I have a theory on Bayern that the the whole makes the parts weaker, and that they have a decent amount of players that like if they were actually given the freedom to play a certain way, I think they would be better. Like I think Gnabry is better than like the system that they play in allows him to be. Um, Same for Sane. Like I feel like they're all trying to get loose and like they just kind of all get in each other's way. Jamal definitely looks stifled as hell to me. Like Jamal needs to be just running box to box and doing whatever he wants. And he like I don't know what they're doing with him. He does the best he can. Like they're all killing. Like I said, as a whole, as a collective, they're fire. But like I feel like sometimes like they some people have there's a bunch of people in the attacking that are turning their games down to accommodate other people. You know, everybody can't really go full blast. So, I mean, yeah,
I'll go
like,
Kimmich, and then the Ligt and Cass.
you're going all Bayern players.
Yeah,
I mean, we agree on the first two. I was gonna say Harry and Jamal. Third, I mean, I would say I'm gonna say Rashford.
oh wow, okay.
Just off the conversation we had yesterday, and based off the fact that the only way that United are getting out of this group is if Marcus Rashford is the third best player in this group.
That That I do not disagree with. I don't think Bruno. I mean, Bruno has the capability, but like Rashford, I've seen him win a group by himself against PSG. That would get mean. Pins, open play. So okay, all right. So your prediction. I'm just gonna write these down. You have Bayern and Galatasaray. I have Bayern and United. Okay, I like that. So we'll have to go with look and see the best players and how they perform for sure. Group B, Sevilla, Arsenal, PSV, and Lens. Decent French side. I'll go first. Arsenal's going to win this group, and PSV will get second in this group.
Sevilla's trying to make it to the Europa, so
yeah,
like they're not even
100%.
pack this one in, buddy.
Right, they're going to try to repeat the back to back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They know their place in the world. This is in their fight. This is in our fight, guys. We do best.
I love it. I will go. Let me say this. The Dutch, like, that's crazy how PSV and I don't understand how they just have such good players year after year, even after selling these dudes. Maybe it's because the young players get their game time their game time in like early with these squads. But they just keep producing players. I don't want to be disrespectful to PSV. I will say that they had Simons. I think Simons would actually be in top 3 players here. He is a killer. And he's doing quite well right now. He's exciting player to watch.
We're going to be speaking on many Barcelona legends on other teams, but continue. I'm gonna make note of Kubo here at some point.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that is definitely coming up, no question. I will let you start with the 3 best players in this group first.
Odegaard, Saka, and Barcelona legend Luke De Jong.
I didn't know you were going to go there.
Somebody got to score goals. You didn't think I was going to give you guys credit for being a decent that guy?
No, I'm actually surprised that. I thought you were going to mention your boy. I'm just playing. No way that Serginho Dest is close to the number top 3 here, but just wanted to make sure that analogy. Did you see this Rabinho the other day?
Yes.
What was that from? Like,
if he played right back, I'd say Saka's going to score 4 goals.
Oh yeah.
I saw him play against Arsenal, and he didn't belong on the field. I saw him play against Arsenal, what, a month and a half ago?
Oh, yeah.
It didn't belong on the field.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like Luke De Jong, he is not number 1, but and you went Saka too? I got Odegaard.
I'm not really doing it in order like that.
Yeah, fair enough. Just what's at the top of your list. I have Odegaard, Declan Rice, and Bukayo Saka.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. I could have listed all Arsenal players, but that's no fun.
I really want to say that I actually think that Ricardo Pepi is not that far behind Eddie Nketiah. But that's me of not even trying to be US biased. Like, it's just like I don't know what he does.
Pepe's not as good as Balogun, and Balogun couldn't make the Arsenal team. So
I think that Balogun is on par. But then again, who scored this weekend again? Who scored this weekend? Balogun on the sheet again. It's crazy. Luke De Jong I think he would find a way into the Arsenal team. So let me take this. I'm gonna actually go with informed here. I'm gonna say Odegaard, Declan Rice, and Luke De Jong. Bukayo's not playing like it's not that he's playing poor. He's just not playing up to par right now. So,
Well, Serginho Dest will get you right.
or
Nothing like 90 minutes against Serginho Dest to get the palate cleansed.
I have a question for you. Would the equivalent let's take the Clasico out of it, okay? But let's just say, for example, you guys had Atletico. Would you all, just because I think there's Arsenal Tottenham's not the rivalry that Barca and Real Madrid are, just from equality and historical. So I'm just going to use Atletico in there. Would you feel better about a derby match? Let's call it Espanol, but just to pretend Espanol is really good. Would you feel better about a derby match from having a week off or actually being informed through Champions League?
I mean, are you saying this from the? Why didn't you just ask the question straight up? Do I feel better because Tottenham has the week off and you guys are playing midweek?
Well, because I'm going to ask you that later on Thursday.
Oh, okay.
But I wanted to ask you from a Barcelona side because you guys are third right now in Vegas for.
I mean, I don't know. I do feel like there's a rhythm that comes with playing every 3 to 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
Would you prefer or rather than not?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Too, especially right now, it's the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
they can handle every 3 days.
That's what I
maybe on the back end of the those ones it'll start to add up towards March, but hopefully we're still playing in March.
Yeah,
but like I said, those are good problems to have at that point.
100%. Group C, we have Napoli, Madrid, SC Braga, FC Union Berlin. FC Union Berlin, I don't think they're very good. I actually can't believe that they even finished in top 4 the German league last year. Bundesliga. Madrid is going to win this group barely. Napoli is not nearly as good as they so far in terms of the form that they were last year. But Madrid and Napoli are going to win this group. I think actually pretty easily. Though those two advance, but I could see Madrid is actually used to playing Napoli, and so is Carlos. My 3 best players in this group. Still Modric, still Jude, and Victor Osimhen.
I mean, yeah, Madrid and Napoli are getting out of this group. That's an obvious one. My 3 best players in the group, in no particular order: Big Vic, KK, and I'll say Brendan Aronson. No bullshit. Jude.
Right now, you think that KK is better than Luka Modric for sure? Like you'd rather have him? I'm not talking about building a team. I'm talking about right now.
Yeah,
about a KK.
My whole thing is Luka Modric. My whole thing with Madrid is Luka Modric having to play speaks volumes about the people, the Frenchmen who I slander in group chats.
Fair enough.
He shouldn't play that much.
Right, I got you.
They spent $90 million on all of these people, on each of them. That wasn't for them not to play. That wasn't for them to play left back. That was for them to be the next generation of midfielders.
Mm.
What are they doing? But anyway, yeah.
I'd
say Modric's 4th.
Okay.
Vinny would have been in my top 3 if I think he's going to be healthy and fit for the whole thing.
Really? You still have him 5th?
No, I'm saying he'd be in my top 3, but he's not going to play, and he's hurt right now, so I didn't really count him.
Agree.
But I would say he's technically the best player in the entire group.
Yes, when fit, no question.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about why he wasn't in the top 30 for FIFA Player of the Year?
Because FIFA's racist. I don't know. There's no good explanation. He's the second best player on Madrid. No good reason, and he's Brazilian. So like he's unless I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand. I don't understand how half these awards work. I think they decide Messi or Holland's going to win, and then like they just kind of throw people in a hat after that.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay.
Like we know who's winning. It's only down to these two. The other 28 people are irrelevant to me. Like that's kind of how I feel about it too. It's like it's a short list, but it's like it's really only this is between two people.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. So it doesn't really matter. Everything is not like it's almost when you know Alabama and Georgia are going to play in the college football playoff when they. But
It's like I'm just saying if like Shiloh's not doesn't make the final, doesn't make the top 20 of the Heisman voting. Like it's not the end of the world.
yeah,
Like nobody cares. Like he was never going to win the Heisman. Shiloh Sanders is never going to win the Heisman. It's not about him.
yeah, fair enough. Now we travel over to Group D. Benfica representing out of Portugal. Inter Milan, the Champions League finalists of last year. FC Salzburg and Real Sociedad from Spain. Benfica has that pedigree about them getting out of the group of late. Inter's going to win this group. They are playing incredibly well right now, and they are getting goals. Like the makeup, they haven't taken a step back after Onana's performance last year, but things are moving well for them right now. I'm going Sociedad. I think Sociedad gets out of the group. Benfica goes to Europa. What about you, Charles?
Benfica's getting out of the group.
Oh, wow.
Milan's, yeah, Inter's going to win.
Okay. And just went in the group, though?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead with your three best players.
I'm going to go Lautaro,
Mm-hmm.
Kubo,
Mm-hmm.
and Angel Di Maria.
Those are my
Cooking,
three.
cooking in the Portuguese league.
Those are my three. This Auto Di Maria. We will one day we're gonna have to go with like a 10-minute like breakdown of him one day. But man, the career that he's had.
A lot of people out here putting up better careers than Neymar, but you didn't hear that from me.
Oh boy. Hey, listen, he's a former Rhodesia, so I'm cool. Can I just throw a Dumfries in there as a top five though?
No, because y'all slander Dumfries when I be trying to big him up. Every time I try to give Dumfries some credit, it gets shot down. So no, no,
Dumfries is
no.
nice.
He is nice.
You know who else I like out of this group? Benjamin Pavard. Pavard's nice.
Vargas is nice. I forgot I forgot he made the switch.
He's low key. Man, they have a low key good squad, man. They're gonna win the Serie A, aren't they?
Marcus Thuram with the goal the other day.
As called by you,
some,
yes, sir.
hey man, I know what I'm talking about. So yeah, they got a squad. They're fucking Inter Milan, dude.
Out here. There you go. There you go. Okay. All right. There we go. Um, let's go with Group E, sir. And very excited about actually for me in this group. I'm interested to see what you have to say here. But Atletico, I think Simeone just does what he does. I really want to say Celtics going to get up, but they will not. But Lazio is going to come out of this group. AG7 is still who he is, and he does his thing. So got to give it up for him. Actually, excuse me. Want to make sure that you got it. Who's coming out of the group? I have Atletico, and I have Lazio coming out of the group.
Uh, I'm gonna go Atletico, and I'm saying Celtic for the culture.
Wow. Okay. Okay. All
Those are
right.
gonna be some hard road games to win. So I'm just saying, like they're gonna defend their the turf well, I think. So I'm gonna somebody like somebody's got to not make it out. One of these groups is gonna have a couple hiccups. So I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay. Now there always is a little bit of surprise, and you're right. I would say um I will also add my top three, if that's all right with you, Immobile, but I once again not in order. AG7. For Champions League play, Correa is always a good look. I think he's just a solid player. That's me for what they need and what you need to get out of for not only get out of the group but being able to advance. But Atletico, they have Morata's actually had a very decent season so far.
That was my third. That was my third.
He's doing really well, and Memphis has played pretty well. But anyways, those are my three. I think Correa and AG7 and Immobile.
I'm taking Immobile, Greasy, and I'll take another World Cup winner, big game player, Rodrigo De Paul. He doesn't show up all the time in Spain, but he'll show up in Europe.
Okay,
I want him in my foxhole.
heard that. Could
Pause.
definitely see that. This one's a fun one. Excuse me. Yeah, actually, this is a very fun one.
Okay, TJ Watt.
Wow, he's just incredible. No flags. We're just here watching TJ Watt, and just people making plays for Mr. Tomlin. Just unreal. Then you got a little show me time. Group F, here we are. PSG, Dortmund, AC Milan, Newcastle United. Have you come around now that this is group of death? It is, in my opinion.
No, it's the group of death. It's just not like I think in terms of group of deaths, it's like not the most daunting. Except for like it's it's group of death. I just don't think I don't think these teams are all great. I think they're like this is the group of very good teams. The group of aggravated assault.
PSG, Dortmund, AC Milan, Newcastle United, all four of these, clearly, obviously, in terms of top four, but at one point where you could have said that either one of these four were top three in their respective countries. I think Newcastle was actually better than United towards the end of the year last year. Newcastle is obviously better than them now. Getting back to the start, I love. Um, PSG is not in good form. We'll see how that works. I think Dortmund's going to win the group. I think PSG gets second. It will be nasty days if Milan doesn't even get to Europa. Isak could get Newcastle. I mean, he's got to get some goals for them.
Mm-hmm.
Dortmund, PSG, Milan, and I don't feel good about it. I'm not going to have my English bias. Newcastle finished fourth in the group, but man, that the winner of the group could maybe get 8 points and win this group. I feel 9, like the great, like this is just going to be a crazy tight group. I think. What are your thoughts?
You have Dortmund finishing first. I have them finishing last.
Wow. Okay. See, there you go.
Okay. I'm gonna go PSG and Milan and AC Milan are gonna AC Milan's gonna figure it out. I think Leao. If hold on, first off, you see how these people and these other members of the brothers, they want to talk about Christian Pulisic until it's actually time to count on him to win games. Uh, I think if he's Captain America, like you all say, he should be one of the best players in this group and help AC Milan get themselves to the knockout rounds. Um, so I'm going to go with PSG and AC Milan. Newcastle's going to find a way to finish third, and Dortmund's going to finish last. I don't think Dortmund's going to win a road game.
They can just get a result though, right?
They're so like this year's not like this year. They've been up and down. Like they haven't been. They're just. I don't think they're consistent enough to really bang with the big boys like that.
Oof.
Like
Damn
they be sneaking by and like they'll sneak by in like a weak group and then get their way into like, oh, Dortmund. Like I don't think this is no. Like I don't see them going to France. I don't see them going to Paris and winning. I can't see them winning at the San Siro. I can't see them winning at Newcastle. Like
Do you see PSG beating any of these teams
I see
in Dortmund?
when we get the best players, I mean they have a nuke.
Yes,
He
but
seems like
seeing
all he
him,
do is like I think they have that. And I think like they do have the players. I think it's more a matter of more a matter of time when it comes to PSG. I think PSG at some point will start playing good football.
okay. I mean,
Like
they have the players to do so, but
you saw that picture of Lucho with all the new signings. It's like 12 new dudes. Like you gotta give him a minute. You gotta give him a couple weeks.
okay. If Lucho wasn't the manager here, would you have some other
Oh
folks?
yeah, I'd have yeah. It's just
Okay.
my like I
Right.
just trust in Lucho, and like at the moment, most all of them are healthy still.
Okay.
Like they have like at a certain point too, like they're not playing well. They just like they're trying to fit in how to play for attacking players. Like they got Ramos, um, which I don't understand why they just didn't get Colomwani or whatever how you pronounce it. Why they just didn't get him at the beginning of the transfer window and just save themselves the money and
Just to
not get Ramos.
Mhm.
But
That, yeah,
um,
that's wild to me. I think,
but Ramos is fired too though. So
yeah, but where is he going to play?
he's right now. I think he's better than Colomwani though.
Is he?
I think so.
Hmm. Let's talk about that in December.
Yeah. Okay.
No, let's talk about that in December. But I hear you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, like, let's talk about it in December.
I mean, and there's the inevitable Dembele injury. So I mean,
Okay. All right. Well, all right. All right. Um, I'm excited. That group's gonna be fun. I mean, we already have Newcastle Milan on Tuesday. When this episode come out. So let's go over to G. City and Leipzig. One
we're not
and
gonna
two.
talk about the best players in group in the group. You just
Oh,
want to skip
excuse
over.
me. Excuse
You
me.
know, breeze past that.
Mbappe.
I agree.
Oh, I'm in between whether I want to. Oh man,
I
I'm
got
thinking.
Liao in there.
I'm thinking about when the Hernandez.
I got Liao in there for my second pick.
I have Mbappe, Leao. You know what? Just to be different, Tonali, Bruno G, not far behind there. I don't want to give too much PSG love, bro. When they're losing.
I'm gonna go
Mm.
because he's been the best player damn near in Italy this year so far. Ruben lost his cheek. Uh, might be the third best player in this group. I also want to give honorable mention to the trainers at Dortmund and PSG for keeping intending to Dembele and Gio Reyna.
You wildin'.
Real MVPs out there. Keep icing them hammies.
Oh my God, Gio got to figure it out, man. That's wild behavior. Well, Leao, you know what? He's special though. He's not.
Mm-hmm.
How long is he in Milan for? Another. One more domestic campaign.
Yeah, I mean, at some point we're gonna have to start talking about the. There's starting to be a glutton at some of these clubs where there's really no place for him to go. If he goes and Osterman goes, like and KK goes, and Vlahovic eventually, like it's like where like there's not enough teams in roster spots for there to be that many attacking players. Like I don't think being at AC Milan is the worst thing in the world. I just put it like that. Like I think it's different for Big Vic because he's at Napoli, and I'm not like no slight to Napoli, but Napoli's not nearly as big a club as AC Milan is. Like AC Milan's, one of the 12 biggest clubs in the world,
Yeah.
and
Good.
I'm stretching saying 12.
I could see him replacing Salah at Liverpool.
I could. Oh yes, I could go for that.
It'll be fun. You tell you what, this is a big group for him. No question about it. So all right, we got our three best there. Let's go to Group G. City Leipzig. Actually, City Leipzig. I'm actually going young boys. Let's go, young boys. Y'all gotta make it. Y'all gotta make it to Europa. Come on, fellas, get there. And I gotta make sure I'm pronouncing this right, from Serbia. And if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the first two times that they've been here. Krevna Bezda from Serbia. They will finish last in the group out of just couldn't tell you a player on their squad. And that's okay. That's just how it goes. Make sure everybody in Europe is represented, and somebody's got to be the last place in the group, and they are going to be that. City and Leipzig will advance from here. This one is what I had this circle just to see what you thought. Obviously the nuke, just from I have Holland. I'm not counting KDB just because he's not there, but Rodri for me and Ruben Diaz. And I don't like not mentioning somebody from Leipzig because I think Leipzig has some dudes, but I think Rodri is a little bit better than anybody on Leipzig still right now. He'd be the first. Yeah.
You could have just called them Red Star Belgrade, but you went the long route.
I did.
It's cool. Yeah, obviously City and Leipzig are going to make it out of the group. I'm going to switch it up since you went all with those. I'm going to go Danny Olmo. I don't like Holland is obvious. So let's talk about best players in the group other than Holland because it's pointless because it's a giving. Let's go Danny Olmo, Black Javi, and
done.
And Rodri. Derek Carter. I said it.
Nations League MVP, Champions League game winner, best six in the world. Call it what it is, man. Call it what it is. Let's move on. Let's get over to your group, Group H, Barcelona, Porto, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Antwerp. Barcelona is going to win this group. And I'm just going to put this out there. I don't see how Barcelona is not in the quarterfinals because I think they beat anybody that finishes second in the group. I think y'all beat Leipzig, especially if they want to play an open match, an open game, which they would. I don't think Leipzig can play another way. So, I thought about it. I thought about anybody that finishes second after you off, and Madrid would not finish second. I think you guys are better than Napoli. Once again, if they decide to open it up, I do not see how you're better than United. The only thing would be, and this would divide up the group chat for sure, because even if Atletico just happen to be weird and finish second, don't see how PSG, I had PSG finishing second. I just don't think they're going to do y'all like that. But that's the only, but even I don't think they can beat y'all either. Barcelona is going to be in the quarterfinals minimum.
I think if we're healthy, it's all about health with us because if we're healthy, now that we are, I really don't care what Joao Felix does. It doesn't. It's kind of secondary to me. He's the second one we got. He's the other Joao. Joao Cancelo allows us to play Koundé and Big Ron will be back on Saturday. at the back. So if we can get through the group stages with Big Ron and Kunde healthy, um, I feel good about us against any team.
Okay. Three best players in the group.
This is gonna be the only time I'm gonna say three players from the same team because damn it, it's my team.
Yes.
Um, Big Ron, because he's only gonna miss he'll miss the first game, but he'll be there. So Big Ron,
Okay.
the best player in the entire the best midfielder on earth, Frankie
All
Young.
right.
Um, and I'm gonna give it to the hardest working man in showbiz, Gabby.
Heavy. Mm-hmm. FDJ. I haven't seen Big Ron in the Champions League, so but I think there's a different competition than just being in the league. So it'll be interested to see how he does when the lights come on. And it's not like he's going against Benny, even though he'd be putting Benny in his pocket. So I'm not putting Big Ron, but I have FDJ, I have Gabby, and for me, and I'm just assuming he's going to be healthy. Is Gundo going to be healthy?
Yeah, I mean he was available. He came on the other day.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Gundo for me.
Hey, he came on.
It's because Champions League. I've seen Gundo with the lights on.
He's gonna start tomorrow for sure.
Yeah, which is so Gundo, Lewandowski. Is Rafinha going to start?
No, Farron will probably start on the right.
And I'm good with that. I'm good with that because Farron he started on the right last. Okay. All right. I think they may be mad at Rafinha even more than we think.
No, I just think soccer's a weird game. Like you can one game will kind of switch things. You got that red card. Lamine came in. Not like it's just tricky. It's just tricky. Like yeah, like if there's in another world, there's another scenario where Farron's in Brighton and Ansu's scoring all the goals. Like it's just how the shit works sometimes.
Let me just ask you if there's who is an upset watch the first because there's always match day one could be crazy. We'll just put that out there. AC Milan United. It's at the San Siro. Look, Giuseppe Meazza.
Hold on, let me pull up these lineups real quick. Give me 2 seconds. All right.
Norton's huge tomorrow. Huge match.
Wait, who's on upset alert? We just talking about tomorrow. We talking about both games.
Just tomorrow.
Um,
Rather Tuesday match.
yes. Well, that's not going to be an upset. If because that's the thing about the group of death. If like Newcastle won, was that an upset? Would you be surprised?
No. But they're not favored tomorrow.
Uh, if who okay, are we just the team that's on upset alert or are we picking an upset?
We're picking him. No, it was the former.
Lazio has a good chance of beating Atletico tomorrow.
That's what I have too. Okay. Yeah. They're playing in Rome, so in Olympico. That's what I have there. I think Dortmund needs to get a result. I don't see it though, but I think they can. I think they could. They could use a result.
PSG is not playing well enough to where they might be able to get one. Yeah.
Yeah. If they're catching them at the right time, and United's catching Bayern at the very wrong time. So,
and then on for the Wednesday games,
yeah,
I would say, Inter.
I agree.
Better be on the watch out for Real Sociedad, and I mean, let's keep it a bean. Like you guys got to be on the lookout for PSV.
Yes, sir. And I will say this. I think Ramsdale starts to Wednesday because he's beaten PSV. Also, you got to reward him for getting you through getting you to Champions League last year, despite like he got you there, even though he didn't do enough to win the league. But the only reason why we're not looking past PSV is because we have not played in the Champions League since Arsene Wenger has been the manager. So
Oh,
that's
them
what.
boys got Chucky Lozano too.
Mm,
Oh, y'all better bring your hard hats.
yeah, I think that's the only way we get it. I mean, this is the biggest week in Arsenal football since when 2017.
Don't worry about Sunday, baby. Don't worry about Sunday. We gonna get
We
to that.
good. We good, bro. We'll talk later on that for sure. All right, baby. Give me some closing thoughts.
I mean, by the time you guys hear this, Barcelona will have smacked the shit out of our Antwerp. So, I mean, you see me now. I'm not stressed, not worried.
Yes, sir.
Uh, Tottenham's resting up for this week, so we have. So on one hand, I got games, but Tottenham has literally nothing to do all week. So, it's going to be a good week of football. Just glad we're back here with midweek football. Maybe we'll talk about Europa at some point. It's going to be at least cool to watch Liverpool. I can make Liverpool on a Thursday after we watch big games on Tuesday and Wednesday. I can get some rock and roll football palate cleanse with some Liverpool, because let's be real, Liverpool should win the Europa. Like even with the teams that get sent down, unless they play Sevilla in the final, I'm pretty sure because they're as long as they're healthy enough to like fight on that front, I think they'll be fine.
If they care, for
Yeah.
sure. They actually could just go and win it out. Because even their depth on the attack should get them through. But I could see Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott getting a lot of tick in these Europa matches. Liverpool is the scariest team going forward right now in all of soccer. They're just incredible. Other lasting thought for me, I am a big fan now that I've seen what City has done and actually what I think Barcelona is doing, but just doing it in a different way. They're not acquiring the depth and the squad depth. What they're doing is leaning into their youth, to build a team where you have a good player at almost every position. Two good players at each position. And Arsenal's finally there, and that got solidified this past Sunday with David Raya. And I think there's a chance that it's not out of the realm of possibility, depending, how it goes. Arsenal may have the number one goalie in Spain, and they may have the number one goalie in England a couple of years from now. It's not out of the realm of possibility.
You're saying the number one Spanish goalie.
Yes.
I don't think they'll both be there for a couple of years. So
right, but at the moment, that'll be crazy. Like
I think this is cool for like
May, June. It could be a wrap.
I was gonna say August 30th of next year.
Yeah, whatever the biggest bidder is, especially depending on what your trophy situation looks like. But to be able to employ the future Spanish number one, once again, Spanish number one and future England number one, pretty dope. So that's fun. I'm happy for Mikel because now that's been solidified. But more so, I never thought that I would see the day of where Carlos Ancelotti is depending on Joselu so much, and he's a bucket right now. He plays, he gets a goal.
Chris Carter, all he do is score goals.
That's right. It really is. You ain't got to expect nothing else from him, but he's gonna get you. He's gonna get you the ball the back of the net.
I'm here to do one thing only.
Yeah, here for a good time, not a long time. Fam, so excited! Champions League football is gonna be here. The group chat's gonna be cracking. Let's go. It's gonna be great. We got nonstop for 30 straight days of good football coming up. And then the international break, and then a full sprint, obviously, through Boxing Day. So it's gonna be a good one. Peace, love. Thank you for everybody. Don't forget to click that button, to click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to everything Multiplicity Media. We are 2 days a week through October. Y'all take it easy. Take care.